ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
An Aroostook County man is facing attempted murder charges after a shooting in the Allagash. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. 3 people are facing drug charges after an investigation in the Hancock County town of Sullivan. And the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration is alerting the public of a sharp nationwide increase in fentanyl-laced fake prescription pills. Thank you for joining us. We have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Wednesday afternoon, the day before Thanksgiving, and your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across the Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we are. So we had some returns on the radar for some snow earlier this morning, but none of that hit the ground, though, as this has all been virga, dry air that's in the atmosphere that causes precipitation to evaporate before it hits the ground. So overall, it'll be pretty nice out there, though. We just had to watch out for some clouds at times, so they'll be moving in from the north to the south. But any snow that does try to develop will stay in the northern ends of the state with a few flurries. But for us, though, we'll be looking pretty good moving forward for today. But moving forward, though, Futurecast pushing those clouds through. No precipitation today, becoming mostly clear later on tonight with some patchy fog possible in the northern ends of the state. The winds will be out in the northwest as that system begins to pass through, reaching up to around 15 to 20 miles per hour at times. Most of the wind along the coast as well. As far as the gustiest winds, of course, we'll have some on shore as well. But Thursday looking a lot better. Forecast for today up in 30s to lower 40s, partly cloudy and breezy. That northwest wind gusting up to around 20 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, upper teens, mostly clear, cooling off a bit, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, middle 30s, becoming mostly sunny. West wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, a mixture of clouds and sun before it sets. Temperatures reaching for the 30s before cooling off. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Police have a person in custody they say was likely involved in a shooting in the Allagash. 34-year-old Shane Mishu is charged with attempted murder for a shooting that took place Tuesday morning on Dickey Road. A 27-year-old man from Van Buren was rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound shortly before 6 a.m. The Bangor Daily News reports the victim was first transported to a hospital in northern Maine before being airlifted to Bangor. Authorities haven't released details about what they believe took place. Mishu is being held at the Aroostook County Jail in Holton, where he's charged with elevated aggravated assault in addition to attempted murder. Just days after the deadly mass shooting in an LGBTQ club in Colorado Springs, Colorado, another one, this time at a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia. The shooter in this case was the employee of the store. Police say still have no motive in the incident of the workplace violence. ABC's Ike Ajachi is outside the store in Chesapeake with the latest.
Responded to 402, 1521 Sam Circle at the Walmart for a gunshot wound.
Just after 10 o'clock Tuesday night, the first 911 calls came from inside this Chesapeake, Virginia Walmart. By 11:20 p.m., police declared the scene safe with no risk to the general public. But inside, carnage.
6 victims have died. 4 victims are in area hospitals with conditions unknown at this time. And the suspect is dead from what we believe was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Police confirming the shooter was an employee of the store. Witnesses say the man was a store manager who opened fire in a break room. Brianna Tyler was in that room getting ready for her shift.
And basically, as soon as my team lead started the meeting, my manager came around the corner, stood in the doorway of the break room, and just opened fire. And he was just shooting any and everybody that he could.
The store was open to customers when shots rang out.
Time stopped. It felt like forever getting out that store, but it hurts because, you know, I'm quite sure I'm going to find out that I lost some people that I know I had built a rapport with.
In a statement, Walmart saying, "We are shocked at this tragic event. We're working closely with law enforcement, and we are focused on supporting our associates." Now, the store will remain closed until FBI and local police process the scene. Ike Ajachi, Chesapeake, Virginia.
3 men are charged with drug trafficking following an investigation in Sullivan that led to a raid by several agencies. Police arrested 27-year-old Stephen McDonald of Rodriguez of Lawrence, Massachusetts, 41-year-old Christopher Smith of Sullivan, and 58-year-old Randolph Garland of Sullivan. Early last month, the Maine Drug Enforcement Agency's Down East Task Force investigated the suspected trafficking of fentanyl from a home in Sullivan. They say during the investigation, there was an undercover purchase of fentanyl from a Morency Road home. On Monday, officers executed a search warrant at the home and seized approximately 330 grams of suspected fentanyl and 35 grams of cocaine. They also seized $3,700 in suspected drug proceeds, along with a loaded 12-gauge shotgun. They say the estimated street value of this drug seized is approximately $55,000. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration is alerting the public of a sharp nationwide increase in fentanyl-laced fake prescription pills. It can be deadly. The DEA laboratory found out that the fake prescription pills analyzed in 2022, 6 out of 10 now contain a potentially lethal dose of fentanyl. This is an increase from 2021, where 4 out of 10 were found to have a lethal dose. Fentanyl remains the deadliest drug threat facing this country. It is a highly addictive synthetic opioid that is 50 times more potent than heroin and 100 times more potent than morphine. The Holton Police Department has issued a warning about a Facebook scam in the area. They ask that if you receive a message from a Facebook friend reporting that they need your help and they're asking you to enter a code, that you do not enter the code. It could lock you out of your Facebook account. There have also been reports of money thefts. The family of a teenage girl who suffered numerous injuries after being hit by a car in Biddeford Crosswalk are asking why the crossing signal to keep pedestrians safe was removed from the crosswalk. Brad Rogers went to find out why that crossing signal was removed and, after what happened, if the signal will be put back up.
Police say the hit-and-run driver was heading down this curve on Main Street in Biddeford, heading towards Saco, when their car hit a 13-year-old girl in a crosswalk.
I actually got hit by a car.
Did you even see it coming?
No.
Evangeline Felt loves to run and is thinking about trying out for track. But the night of Friday, November 11th, she was hit by a car in this crosswalk and left by the side of the road.
I can't imagine how someone just wouldn't stop to help.
This crosswalk used to have a signal with flashing yellow lights, like the one in front of Thornton Academy in Saco. As you see, traffic stops so pedestrians can safely cross. But Biddeford city leaders say they and Maine DOT decided to move the crossing signal by the river up Main Street.
They are idiots for doing that, is my honest opinion. If they were there, I wouldn't have gotten hit. So I am very, very mad at the fact that they took those down, and I do think they should put them back up.
When those lights were there, people were crossing all the time, so I have no idea why they would have decided to move that. Without replacing it with something else, it should not have been taken out.
In hindsight, was it a bad decision to take that crossing light out?
Well, it all depends on the timing. The best laid plans, so DOT didn't anticipate there'd be such a delay in terms of the delivery of the traffic signal or the pedestrian crossing light.
Now the plan is to remove this Main Street crosswalk where Evangeline was hit and move it up past Water Street, where a new intersection, stoplight, and signal crosswalk will be installed. But after what happened, a temporary crossing signal will again go up at the crosswalk where Evangeline was hit.
There'll be a temporary crosswalk signal put back in that location until the permanent crosswalk at the new location arrives.
Thank God someone else won't get hit.
Those flashing lights, you've got certainly have a better chance of being seen.
It's a much better chance.
Police are still looking for the driver who hit Evangeline and kept going. If you have any information about who that may be or recognize this car that may have hit her, you're asked to call Biddeford Police.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a retail chain has stopped buying Maine lobster. We'll have the details when we return.
Even though Dorsey Furniture is known for our vast collections of quality home furnishings, sometimes we like to venture into the forgotten passageways and dark corners of our enormous warehouse to mine the odd nightstand, forgotten sofa, orphaned love seat, or the elusive discontinued mattress. Meanwhile, our sales manager, and not the bean counters, smash the original retail prices into tiny fractions of themselves. Dorsey Furniture, black tag sale going on now.
If you were hurt because of exposure to the toxic water at Camp Lejeune, Congress has made it possible for you to recover a settlement. Former Marine attorney James Beardsley wants to help you.
Call now to see if you qualify. Call 222-2222.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Dance into the holiday season
with a little Disney magic.
With special performances by Run DMC, Meghan Trainor, Black Eyed Peas, Neo, and more.
Let's go!
Disney's magical holiday celebration, Sunday on ABC.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Whole Foods Market has stopped buying Maine lobster since the fisheries suspension by the Marine Stewardship Council. The supermarket chain says they are still selling what lobster they purchased before the suspension, but will pause in buying lobster since the MSC suspended the fisheries certification last week. A statement from the company reads, "These third-party verifications and ratings are critical to maintaining the integrity of our standards for all wild-caught seafood found in our seafood department. We are closely monitoring this situation and are committed to working with suppliers, fisheries, and environmental advocacy groups as it develops." Whole Foods has more than 500 locations across the country, including one in Portland. In response to Whole Foods' decision, the Maine delegation and Governor Mills sent out a press release to express their disappointment. In the joint release, they said, quote, "We are disappointed by Whole Foods' decision and deeply frustrated that the Marine Stewardship Council's suspension of the lobster industry's certificate of sustainability continues to harm the livelihoods of hardworking men and women up and down Maine's coast." The owner and chef of the Lost Kitchen in Freedom is using her talents in TV show to help out her neighbors and other communities that have been negatively impacted by the forever chemicals known as PFAS. Our Jody Hersey recently sat down with Aaron French to talk about this growing problem and the chef's passion for food, farming, and the taste of home.
And I remember when I first found out about it, and it gave me like 2 weeks of sleepless nights.
PFAS has been a growing problem in Maine. Farmers and growers in Fairfield, Unity, and Aaron French's hometown of Freedom have been finding high levels of the forever chemicals in the soil, water, and crops they produce on their land. Products that French has come to depend on at the Lost Kitchen.
It's like I can't make good food without good ingredients, and so for us, the farmers they were the musicians, and any way that we could find a way to offer some support in that hard time. That's being part of a village.
So French decided to do what she does best and whip together a recipe that would help her suppliers and farming friends.
So every year we do a lottery sort of reservation where people send postcards and we just pull them out of a box randomly because we'll never be able to seat everyone because it's such a small restaurant and seasonal. And we realized, we said, well, maybe if we just make an ask and say, hey, if you want to throw in $1 or $2 for this cause that we care about, that people might respond to that.
French's fans did generously donate to the cause, enabling her and her staff to partner with the Maine Organic Farmers and Growers Association and Maine Farmland Trust to successfully raise over $1 million for the Emergency Farmers Relief Fund. She's also used her platform to be able to donate over $350,000 to food banks throughout Waldo County.
There's nothing better than doing what you love in a place that you love and just really caring for where you live, the place you live, and about the people you share this village with.
In Freedom, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Hudson University is bringing back an online program to help nurses take the next step in their career. The university is reinvigorating its RN to BSN program. It's meant to help nurses with an associate's degree achieve their bachelor's degree in nursing. Hudson's chief nurse administrator, Dr. Valerie Suda, says the degree can open up several new career opportunities for nurses.
We're really trying to fill that gap to give nurses more education so that they can meet the future demands of the healthcare system.
Dr. Suda says students can go through the online program at their own pace. You can visit Hudson's website to learn more. After the break, we'll take a look at holiday travel and what you can expect. We'll be right back.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I injured my torso, and they got me $195,000. What did the twos do for you?
I needed foot surgery, and they got me $215,000. What did the twos do for you?
I broke multiple bones, and Lowry & Associates got me $450,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Have both Medicare and Medicaid? Now's the time to explore your options and choose the coverage that's right for you. Choose a plan that offers you more benefits at no additional cost. Millions of members turn to WellCare for benefits and services that go beyond basic Medicare and help them lead better, healthier lives. Choose a plan with zero or low monthly premiums, co-pays, and deductibles. And with WellCare, you don't just pay less, you get more. More dental with comprehensive coverage, including dentures and crowns. More vision and hearing with an eyewear allowance and hearing aids. Plus prescription drug coverage with $0 preferred generics and free home delivery. Call us at 1-877-267-8416 to speak to a friendly licensed representative and request a free all-in-one guide. There's no obligation. We're here to help you review your options to see if a WellCare plan is the right decision for you. WellCare has a large network of quality doctors and specialists. Plus, we offer PPOD SNPs with the freedom and flexibility to choose your preferred provider in some areas. Enjoy free over-the-counter healthcare items and free groceries with a healthy food card. Plus, free transportation to doctors and pharmacies and free meals delivered to your home. Get convenient access to care with our telehealth services, including online doctor visits and a free gym membership with online classes. WellCare is a leader in government-sponsored health care. It has been serving those with Medicare, Medicaid, and prescription drug for more than 35 years. Call now. We're here to answer your questions and even assist enrolling you over the phone. Choose the company that puts your health first. WellCare, Medicare done well. Call now and get a free copy of our all-in-one guide. 1-877-267-8416.
The Ronald McDonald House in Bangor has been providing a place for sick children and their families to stay since 1983. For the last year, they've gotten a little bit of help to make it feel more like home. Once a month, employees at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center have been part of their guest chef program. So far, they have made more than 20 home-cooked meals, so the parents staying there do not have to plan, purchase, or cook food. Director of Volunteer and Community Development at Northern Light EMMC, Stacy Coventry, says the families can simply focus on each other after a long day at the hospital or medical appointments.
It is such a special place. They do really amazing things here. They're so kind and welcoming, and our employees enjoy being able to say thank you for what they do for our patients. As we know, patient care goes beyond just what's happening at the bedside.
Coventry says their employees making the meals discovered the Ronald McDonald House was in need of a new stove and raised the money to buy one. Anyone interested in volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House can find out more by visiting their website, rmhcmaine.org. According to the World Health Organization, more than 55 million people worldwide have dementia. And while you can't prevent it, doctors say you can reduce your risk. With more, here's ABC News' M. Nguyen.
Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia. It affects a patient's memory, thinking, and social abilities. Dr. Ronald Peterson, a dementia expert at Mayo Clinic, says there are more than a dozen risk factors. Those include smoking, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, poor sleep, heavy alcohol use, hearing loss, and even exposure to air pollution. He says attacking these problems can decrease your chance of developing dementia. Dr. Peterson adds it is also important to exercise, spend time with your friends and family, and use your brain by reading. With this Medical Minute, I'm Em Nguyen, ABC News.
Many Mainers are traveling to spend Thanksgiving with loved ones. Devin Dagnall tells us what drivers can expect.
According to experts, this is going to be one of the most expensive Thanksgivings travelers have ever seen. Across the state, gas prices average nearly $4 a gallon. Many of those traveling for the holiday have had to plan accordingly.
I put 93 in the car. It could take 91, but it's a Subaru, so I have to make it run better in the gas. It's definitely expensive right now.
It's not a determining factor for me. I mean, it's something that's on my mind, but I'm going anyway.
It won't just be one of the most expensive Thanksgivings for travelers. It'll be one of the busiest as well. AAA is estimating that over 2 million New England drivers will hit the road this Turkey Day, the busiest that's been seen since the Thanksgiving of 2000.
We've had some pent-up travel demand for the last few years, clearly. And now with we're seeing increases in basically all modes of transportation, especially in air travel.
It's expected that over 300,000 passengers will be flying in and out of New England. Pat Moody, the director of public affairs at AAA, recommends traveling sooner rather than later to avoid extra stress, both in the air and on the road.
You want to try to avoid traveling when it's really congested out there, when you're sharing the road with other vehicles, other motorists, and that's one of the big recommendations we have.
Moody says to think about when you plan to get on the road. Try to avoid peak times between 4 to 8 o'clock, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Flyers who have planned ahead seem to be having the easiest time getting to where they're going.
It's been quite easy. I left Trescott, Maine this morning at 10:25, took the little bus right to the airport.
Everything's fine going. Now I still have to come back from New York. That's probably another story.
Reminding you to stay safe this Thanksgiving, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Train lovers, holiday lovers, and concert goers rejoice. The Canadian Pacific Railway holiday train is back and making its way through Maine. This 1,000-foot-long train is all decked out for the holiday season. According to Canadian Pacific, the train has been making an annual trip since 1999 to promote giving to local food banks. They will make the 168 stops from coast to coast this season. At each stop, there will be a holiday concert and a place to make a donation to a local food bank. They say coming out to see the train is something for everyone, young and old.
It's very much a family event. That concert's going to involve some classic, traditional holiday music. We also have some great musicians on board, and so they're going to be playing some of their favorites as well. But the key thing here, what brings us out every year with the holiday train, really is about supporting people in local communities in need.
The train will be making 3 stops in Maine. Jackman was at 10:30 this morning, Brownville at 25 this afternoon, and Herman at 5:45. Bring a food or cash donation, see a concert, and take a look at the holiday train. We will be live at 6 from the stop in Herman. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
We're no football players, but we do know a lot about Medicare.
So why call some out-of-state 800 number
when help is right here at home?
Listen to what these people have to say.
My insurance kept going up and up and up and up.
I could never have navigated through the loopholes.
Gave me all my options and signed me up with what I needed within an hour.
Senior Planning Center was a lifesaver for us.
Oh, by the way,
we represent most Medicare health plans.
I've been having foot pain for at least 10 years. The first day I put the key boot on, I could tell the difference. My pain level has been so much better. I was amazed. The key boots made it possible for me to
actually walk without pain. I can go shopping, walking around the store without wanting to cry. I mean, I feel like dancing sometimes. The key boots made all the difference. Very happy with it. Comfort shoes, it's just changed my life.
Hewitt Lift and Rolodoc creates
the strongest, simplest, and most reliable dock system.
With one simple goal:
to get you on the lake
faster and easier than anyone else. Because at Hewitt,
we build stronger.
After 40 years of quality building, we get it.
Hewitt family builds for your family.
For your family.
For your family.
Stand on the solid foundation of the Hewitt family.
Docks, pontoon legs, and boat lifts.
You work hard, play harder. You deserve a Hewitt.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard-to-buy-for relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Welcome back. Let's check your holiday forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, here we are, your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we are. So we've had some returns on the radar of snow this morning. None of this is hitting the ground because we've had what we call virga, dry air that's in the atmosphere that causes all this to evaporate before it hits the ground. So nothing has hit the ground today, though, but we are going to be watching for these clouds that will soon give way to some sunshine. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky and general for us today before another system off toward the north, located right about in here. We'll move from the northwest going toward the south and east. That'll give us more clouds going, but a cool down on the way for us later on tonight, as we'll fall into the teens. But of course, some gusty winds at times today, reaching out to around 20 miles per hour, but backing off later on tonight once that system passes through, although we'll have to wait till early in the morning on Thursday for those winds to really begin to relax, except for maybe parts of Washington County, still dealing with some gusty winds by tomorrow morning or so. But here we are, though, 2 to 5 foot wave heights being noted according to some of the buoys. Other spots at around 6 feet, and other areas maybe just a little bit higher at around 7 feet. So overall, looking pretty decent. No advisories along the coast at this point, though, because things have really started to relax. Temperatures recently. Remember earlier in the month, though, where we had temperatures that were in the 60s. Well, we have since cooled off. Of course, the last several days we've seen temperatures in the 30s and a few 40s from time to time as well. We're going to make a little bit of a turn. Average high is 43 degrees, upper 30s today, middle 30s for you Thursday. The 40s return Friday all the way through parts of Monday before we cool off again into the upper 30s as we head towards your Tuesday. So future casts moving forward, though, those clouds to get out of here later on tonight. So we'll be under a partly cloudy sky for the afternoon period, maybe even mostly cloudy in a few spots. And then by later on tonight, becoming mostly clear. Some areas of dense fog cannot be ruled out further off towards the north, but we'll be okay, though. But as we march through Thursday, a lot of sunshine, a great day to get outside and enjoy the Thanksgiving festivities. It's a little bit cooler with temperatures in the 30s. Then, of course, by Friday morning, those clouds begin to increase ahead of our next system. The forecast for today, upper 30s to lower 40s, partly cloudy and breezy, with that northwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, we cool off, upper teens becoming mostly clear with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, middle 30s, not bad, becoming mostly sunny. West wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation, extended forecast. Rain and snow chances move in by Friday with temperatures in the mid-40s. I'm sure the turkeys will not be dancing about that, but they will be dancing about Saturday as well with a lot of sunshine. Temperatures in the lower 40s, then the upper 40s on Sunday with a chance for rain showers. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Devin. Well, this will make some of us feel a little bit old. Tomorrow marks the 65th anniversary of when How the Grinch Stole Christmas was released. The classic holiday story was written by Dr. Seuss and was originally published in 1957. It has since been adapted into movies, animated specials, and a musical. The Grinch has also been featured on several products, including Skechers shoes. Brings back a lot of memories. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving.
When you drive drunk, you don't know what you might lose. Freedom and reputation, financial stability, your life, and the lives of others.
Please.
Please. Please. Please. Please.
Don't drink and drive.
You're watching ABC 7.